Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Gloomhaven, the Guildmaster Campaign. Alright, so we have some upkeep to take care of. Before we start, we have a level up with the Tinkerer, but first I'm going to jump over to the trainer and get our unlocks finalized here. We have Poison Mastery, which is an enhancement that we can use. I quite like poison enhancements. It does make the attack powerful and help out future attacks until either the monster heals or so I like to use poison quite a bit. In most cases, more than just a +1, for instance. And we also have Fire Mastery. This one could be useful for the Spellweaver. That would allow her to use, we'll take a look here, Cold Fire for basically a second time after Fire Orbs. And yeah, before needing to pull Fire Orbs back into her hand from the burn pile. So it could help her, but I do prefer to use this as a stun. The damage, the added damage is just on top of a stun in that case. Right. So we'll level up the Tinkerer, who's caught up. He's now level 4. And we have Dangerous Contraption with another move 4 on the bottom. So if we choose this one, it's going to be replacing one that has move already. And what it does is it's bringing in a summoning in a battle bot. And by the way, the summons in the physical board game, is just like a disc. Some people have joked and called it the Roomba. It kind of moves around and on its own as a robot, taking AI actions basically. But the care and detail that went into making the summons for the digital game is pretty amazing. I love how they look, how they act and move around the map and attack and things like that. It's pretty cool. So anyway, we have it's a pretty strong one with 6 health. Some of the mercenaries, when they first come in at level 1, they have 6 health. I believe the Spellweaver was one of them. And they move 2 and attack for 2. So it's not a bad option. The other option is Microbots, where it's a heal 6 at range 3, very powerful. It is burned. Or move 3 and loot, which is pretty interesting as well. And if I was to, the last time I was talking about how loot works and when you're not sharing the gold, it's nice to have a loot card for every mercenary basically, so that they can pick up some more money and then spend it on new items or enhancements for themselves. But since we're sharing, this is less of a focus of mine in the digital game. So, but that heal 6 range 3 is pretty strong, and I'm wondering if another heal card would be a good option for the Tinkerer. I didn't know it, and this goes for every time when I level up. Most of the time I don't know what's coming. When I see the cards, I kind of remember like, oh yeah, this is the one I chose, but I don't really prepare for, like, I don't know which card is coming. So it's going to take me a second to to think which one of these is going to be the better option. I'll just pause here and I'll be right back. Alright, so after taking a little bit to look through the cards here, remind me what my options are, I think I'm going to go with microbots instead of dangerous contraption. I know I was just talking about the no, you know what, I'm going to switch it up right now. I wanted to take microbots for the for that heal 6 and to make him more useful for healing, and I was thinking of replacing enhancement field, but I'm gonna pull an audible here and actually go with dangerous contraption. Now I've taken both of these. I think they're both pretty good cards. I don't really see one as being better than the other necessarily. The move 4 here is pretty nice for the Tinker to get into position, and then basically the way I think of it is opening the last door or maybe approaching the last door if we want to have an extra damage dealer, then putting the dangerous contraption out to help out with that. It's also pretty good for taking some damage as well. The microbots, I like this card because it's another major healing card, and on top of that you could pair it with this. For instance, if the brute is taking a lot of damage, you could heal for 11, and that is huge. I wouldn't say that I would say that it is a rare case when that happens, but it's a very nice combination anyway. Or he could be the Tinker could heal both the Spellweaver and the Brute in major ways at once. But I think I'm going to go with Dangerous Contraption. I also like the initiative of this card for it gives him another option that's below 30. But anyway, we're going to take Dangerous Contraption. And unlike last time, I'm going to remember to take a card and switch it. And I think this is going to be a good card to remove. Proximity Mine. I try to use it for... I tried to force myself a few times to use this, and then to actually push somebody into it or pull a monster into it is basically another action. Now don't get me wrong, this 6 damage trap is pretty nice, but we're approaching, we have 5 damage traps already, so this is becoming less, I don't want to say useful, but needed anyway. But because this Dangerous Contraption has a move 4, this is also another good reason to get rid of this card. I don't want too many move cards. I would like to have a few move 4s, or yeah, so he already has those 2 here as well, Ink Bomb and Stun Shot. But I like to use Stun Shot for that top action, so this one's less relevant. But anyway, that's how I'm gonna go with this. Maybe I'll pull this in from time to time, we'll see. And for the perk, this one could be useful to help the Spellweaver. These ones are also pretty good too, because he has a lot of the ranged attacks. Immobilize is a pretty nice modifier. But I think I'm going to remove the... No, we'll leave that in a little bit longer. Let's actually grab this Immobilize. When it comes up, it's going to be helpful, because he has a lot of those range attacks. So when it does come up, it's always going to be helpful. Right. Now, let's go back to the Brute. And unstoppable charge, we want to be bringing this one in. Last time I forgot. And I look through his cards and I think it's time to remove balanced measure. I have been using it as kind of my throwaway card. It's come in handy, don't get me wrong. I do like this card. But when I have now an attack 5, balanced measure is approaching something that I can do with other cards anyway. So we'll take unstoppable charge. It has a slower initiative, but that's fine. I'm pulling out a slow initiative anyway, so. And last, I think, for the reasons that I was discussing last time in the last episode with the Spellweaver, she has too many. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad problem. It's nice when she can be pretty mobile, but a move 3, move 4 with jump, and then another move 4 here. So we want to be removing one of these, and I think Impaling Eruption is going to be the one that I remove. I don't find the earth element to be that necessary or very useful. It's nice for these two cards, and that's about it. However, yeah, so I think using fire, for instance, is useful. We can use that in a couple different ways. We also have flashing burst here that we need to be keeping for the light element. So we'll bring in Spirit of Doom, and I believe, where is that? Reviving Ether is one card that's useful for that. And the Tinkerer has a card, Ink Shot or Ink Bomb. There it is. So after burning this card, we can look at this and then bring it back, and we can immediately use it again, something like that. As soon as we use Reviving Ether, the next round we can use Spirit Doom again to kill another normal target. Or if it's necessary for the healing, we can use it for that instead. So anyway, I think that's enough. We've made sure that everyone has their cards. Tinker's leveled up. Okay. So for today's scenario, I haven't really looked through here yet, but I think this is the one that I was considering to unlock the Hermitage. There is a relic out in this direction. We could also just go down here for this relic, but I think I already know what this one is, and I'm not sure I need it with any of these yet. That doesn't mean that it's a bad option, but I think we can take this one on maybe with a different group. Let's go with weird science. My issue here is I have too many potion designs, and I wish I had other designs, but these other ones really aren't giving me what I was hoping for. What about these? Power potion, yeah, see, and a weighted net. Look at the amount of enemies that you'd be facing here. It could be like one of each, right? And that would still be enough if it was just one of each of these. That one looks pretty insane. You know what, let's maybe go for this one instead. Comfortable shoes, I could see somebody using that. The comfortable shoes are if you're using the bottom action for a move 2 instead of its normal action, or yeah, instead of its actual action, then it's a move 3 instead. And yeah, these are pretty cool. So let's go for this one instead. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen the flame demons yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So this would be a new enemy type, and it's mostly just a bunch of beasts, vipers, hounds, and probably one elite cave bear. So yeah, let's go for this one instead, and we'll find these more useful anyway. Before we go, I think we're all good with, yeah. These boots could probably be useful for her if I was to remove the rest of those move cards, the move 3 and 4. Yeah, so let's go that way. All right. Okay, we haven't unlocked another small item. All right, let's go. Community of Fording Bridge has reported burning forests and isolated lava flows coming from underground. Interesting. Lava flows. Yeah. The rumbling deep. Reports have flooded in from Fording Bridge, telling of burning vegetation, shifting terrain, and even small streams of lava appearing overnight in isolated locations. Normally, this would mean an alchemist or tinkerer was called in to investigate. But locals have also complained of a shift of the visible colors in the areas and describe similar behavior to what you experienced in Lowtown. You head from Demon's Gate out of the southeast gate down an old highway, now overgrown with weeds and full of ancient ruts. Man, this is a long one, huh? The day passes quietly until you reach the outskirts of the village, where you start seeing plumes of smoke in various directions. One of these is very close by, so you head up a nearby hill to investigate. You find a cave entrance leading underground. Above it, smoke is billowing from the secondary fissure. Perhaps you can find the cause of these phenomena within. Oof. Okay. So, oh, it might be too late. Difficulty, okay, we're on hard anyway. All right. Just want to make sure. The flame demons are going to be bringing in shield. The other ones won't. I know that the hounds have retaliate. The vipers can just be a pain with poison and heavier attacks, such as the same with the hound. So we might actually, trample might be a good option. We do have piercing bow, so this is going to be a good option as well. But if we brought in trample, we'd have to drop something. We do also have skewer as well. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine with what we have. I'm going to leave trample out. I used to love trample. The first time I played as the brute, I loved trample quite a bit. And I would use it even at higher levels than this. But I later found that I kind of like shield bash more. And I know people would disagree with that. But yeah, even this one, move 4, attack 2, target everyone you move through, is pretty good for smaller enemies, but at higher levels they have more health, so it becomes less relevant. Alright, anyway. Let's enter as is. Okay. Okay. I always get afraid around here because I get that circle of death kind of cursor. I always wonder if it's actually going to fail. The initial cavern you enter feels some. Okay. The initial cavern you enter feels similar to many you have seen before, although the colors feel a little strange. As you investigate, you disturb a number of creatures that live there. You'll need to dispatch them and head into a deeper part of the hillside. Kill all enemies in all rooms. Look how crazy this tunnel system is. This is interesting. So we have probably going to be enemies over here and here. So when we open this door, we'll have to be careful. This way we at least can kind of huddle in this corner, make it this way, and then finally the big room in the back. So this is going to be interesting. I'm wondering how many enemies there are going to be in each room. I assume the bear is going to be in here, and probably the fire demons will be in the back room. Maybe they might be in here. I assume it's not going to be in every room, but I could be wrong. We just have a couple enemies in this first room. That's nice. We'll be able to get through that pretty quickly, I think. An elite giant viper and an elite hound. The elite hound has retaliate 2. And the elite viper, all attacks will apply poison. So we need to make sure that that doesn't happen. We could go for something like this. Skewer right through here from this side. That would be a good idea. Mostly because I don't want this retaliate. Let's do that. We have we could well, let's definitely move up with you with the Tinkerer, put him up in the front. We could use Toxic Bolt and something like the weighted net, keep it from moving, give it my problem or my fear is that 18 is going to be too late anyway. So let's take it and we'll see where they end up. We could also just stun them, or stun one of them too. We could use Tinkerer's tools to make a stun trap and then pull one in, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. This would be enhancement field. I did leave this one in. That's right. I went with dangerous contraption. I think my option was to get rid of this one for the other card, so maybe I'll go with that. I'm kind of getting annoyed by this because I'm never really in a good position to use it, and I can't go early enough to make it really that useful, but we'll see. I mean, I could use it and then make sure that that she goes after. That's probably a good idea. This is bringing in earth. So I could use frost armor to go right after it and consume that. That's probably a good idea. And we could summon the Mystic Ally as well. Yeah, let's do that. And I think what I'm going to do actually is make sure that he goes first with that move and just use skewer as is. I don't think, I mean, I could wait to make the air, but let's use it as is. It's still going to be 4 attack through here for both of them. I think that's going to be plenty. Yeah. Alright, let's go with this and just, I'm hoping that they're going later. That's good. So this is what I was talking about before. They have some pretty powerful attacks, but they need to be adjacent. The target needs to be adjacent to the enemy's allies. So if I was standing here, both of them would attack for, this one would attack for 4 plus 2 is 6, and then 3 plus 2 is 5. That's quite a bit of damage. But right here, for instance, this one would just attack for 4. It's noticeable difference. But that won't be a problem. Going to go this way. Yep. And then skewer here. Not bad. We might be able to deal with that pretty easily, so. Alright, so we will end that, end his turn. We'll get ready for this attack here. And we'll use the weighted net to make sure that this one doesn't attack. Okay, this one could attack, but we could kill it maybe, but I just don't think that. Yeah, let's make sure that this one doesn't attack. This one's going to be the harder hitting one anyway, so let's go for that with the weighted net. And you're muddled. And +1, not bad. And it's poisoned, so that means pretty easy to kill him. But let's try to kill this one with the Spellweaver. It's an attack 4. It's almost important enough to make sure that we don't pull one of these cards to use the Eagle Eye Goggles. But I think I'm going to pass. It's almost important enough. I think I'm going to pass. Let's just make that attack. Okay, good. So not bad. We could just kind of move up instead, but I think this is going to be good enough to bring the Mystic Ally in. This way we have more attacks on the Hound next round. But we should be opening this door next round as well, so we'll end her turn. That's it. I think what I want to do is go in early with this one, with the Brute. And we could go in with Eye for an Eye to do some retaliation. Or we could go in with spare dagger. Maybe that's the better option. Let's go in with spare dagger, deal 3 damage. Although he does have 1, 2, 3, 7. So we could block a potentially 7 incoming damage with eye for an eye. My problem with using this is I kind of want to use it as the heal once I'm in there. So we'll stick to my normal. We'll deal 3 damage instead of taking that retaliation. If I had better armor, maybe, and a better shield, I mean, we could probably do it and it's fine. I just don't want to open a door and hope that everyone's attacking to make retaliate useful, you know. So let's see here. I feel like later is better with the Spellweaver. I could just do something like disorienting flash, stun this one earlier, but I think this one would be a better one. Stun it. It's just probably going to die anyway, so I don't really want to use that. We could use reviving shock and just go right after. I think that's probably the better option. My fear is that he's going to be moving first, which is probably what's going to happen. So what I could do instead is make sure that she goes early and then we just let him go in after. I just don't like that option. I'd rather her and her the Spellweaver and the Mystic Ally to be doing some major attacks into the next room, but you know, this is probably worth it, honestly. If it doesn't die, then it's stunned. So let's do it that way. He'll go first. If it doesn't die, it's at least stunned, and then we can move 2 or something like that. What do I have here? Probably no. Let's not use that one. Or we can use this one to just move up. Okay. So probably a good idea to now let's go late with them. This will be stunned, and I'd rather this to attack here. So if we go early and it's not early enough, then it's going to attack here and kill the Mystic Ally, and we don't want that. So let's certainly go later. Reviving Ether to really get into a good position. And there's going to be some fire from the demons, so maybe we use Flashing Burst. So I need to be careful is what I'm trying to say. The fire demon, if I put in fire and they are, or if I infuse fire and there are demons that can use it after me, that's going to be a problem. So I want to be using it as quickly as possible. Let's just use this. We'll move. It is using 2 of her move 4 cards. But yeah, that'll just have to do. Okay. Let's see what's behind this door now. So they're going to move 3 and attack for 5. And that's kind of a problem. But the brute will have... Yeah, well... Make sure that this happens. You're dead. And then we're just going to move up here. Pick up some money. That's good. We'll use this to move in. Let's see what's behind there. Oh, nothing too scary. They do have... This is going to move 2. And then attack for 3 with poison, and then these are going to attack for 3. Oh, see, these aren't even elites. These are just normal hounds. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we want to be in a position that these 2 can get up here. So let's move kind of like out of the way a little bit. Where is this one going to move? There's a movement of 2, so 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, since there's nothing over here that we're interested in, let's just continue our movement toward the door. Although if I stayed in there, yeah, I just saw what I did. If I stayed here, I'd only be receiving 2 attacks, versus here now I can receive 3. Well, let's attack. Let's attack that one, I guess. Stun. There we go. That worked out perfectly. We got to move and we got to receive only 2 attacks. That's nice. So we are going to skip that. We're just going to take that 1 damage, but we are poisoned. That's going to be a pain. Move up. Oh, see, again. If it just moved right here, it would have been fine. The AI sometimes does these tricky things that, I mean, I would just keep them moving in straight lines. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong here, but yeah, I don't. Maybe there's a. I would think that it becomes your choice if there's going to be 2 spots. I don't know. I don't know. Let's try to kill this one. Well, not kill, but at least do some damage, right? We could take some cards back. I don't think that's necessary yet. No. Okay, let's end her turn. You're stunned, and... 4 damage. Okay, here we go. We'll use that now. So, shield bash is probably a good thing for the shield on the bottom. We could push, we could kill an adjacent normal. I'd like to keep that stoppable charge. There we go. It's an attack 5. We could kill this one. We want to be going early. We have 2 out here. So let's use this one. And I mean, the heal would have been nice, and I could heal that right off of him for him. But I mean, we could use that, but no. Let's go with these two. And what's going to be kind of a pain is she's going to move right here because of that. So maybe we don't want to go early so that the Tinkerer can move here instead. Use Reviving Shock to do a couple. Oh, there we go. Move up. You'll be able to heal the poison off with that, and then Reviving Shock to hit these two at distance. And then she will go. Yeah, I don't think that the Mystic Ally will have an opportunity to attack is the problem. Well, if that's it, then so be it. I don't want to put her into harm's way just to make sure that it attacks. That's not cool. Okay, so we want to kill the Viper, certainly. And then this has Pierce anyway. So there's really no reason to put shield out in general. Let's try and kill this now. Okay, good. And then what we can do is instead let's move here. Here or here? Let's move here so that they don't move at all. Skip that movement, the rest of that movement. Yeah, the shield wasn't going to be necessary because they have Pierce 2. They're not going to be attacking for very much, but Pierce 2 means that they would be going right through that shield. They're actually going to be going through this shield as well. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, I guess I could have moved this way and then it wouldn't have attacked the first time, but oh well, it'll be fine. Let's move up now to here. If I move here, then she's going to go there and then attack this with disadvantage. Or I attack it with disadvantage. I meaning the Tinkerer with Reviving Shock. So I think I'll do that because the Tinkerer can heal himself more easily than the Mystic Ally can gain health. We are going to... I could use the Eagle Eye Goggles now. That would remove this disadvantage and then gain advantage on here, but I don't think that's too necessary. Nah. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So we have that, and it's on the wrong one. That's too bad. Okay, so end his turn. Yeah, so that's kind of what I mean. It's better for her to move this way. That way, she's still... It's a lot of kind of maneuvering to make sure that this one stays alive, but she only has 2 health, and I'd like to keep her for as long as I can. So, I think it's worth it. We will continue to use... And we can kill this, that would be nice. Yeah. Great. Not so bad at all. I don't think... Well, let me see here. Now let's not worry about that. And we'll move, pick up some more money here. I'm leaving a little bit of money behind. That's too bad, but oh well. Okay, so not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we didn't have to use up any of the shield at all. I could go with warding strength, push it into this corner, where then she would probably move up and attack it again. And I say that what I should do here is, if I can stand here, which looks good, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I hope to be seeing something right there. We can use hook and chain basically for that. So let's go with these early ones, and we'll see how useful that can be. Yeah, we're just gonna go late with those. And as for you, I can go with hook gun. Let's use that. Go early. Use hook gun. I don't necessarily need to pull. So. And I don't really need to push either. I can just take that 1 damage. It should be fine. Okay, so luckily we have 2 going ahead. That's good. It's just going to be attack 2 because we're not adjacent to any of his allies. You know what? Let's use this. Disarmed. That's good. We won't be attacking at all. I'm not going to push. Or should I? Because it's going to be far away. Now, you know what? Let's, instead of pushing, let's skip the push. Receive the damage. I was thinking I could heal, but instead of healing, let's just do. Instead of healing, we'll continue to move away. Or I could just heal. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal. Screw it. Undo, undo, undo. We'll heal up. That way we're ready. We are probably going to have to long rest before opening this next door, but that should be fine anyway. Let's make this attack. And then you can move over and pick up that gold. Mystic Allies turn, nothing. I kind of want to pick up this money. It's a bit greedy, but it's out of the way. So I think what I'm going to do is just get ready for the next room. Yeah, he has... One, two, three, four. You know what? No. Let's do it. So extra money is going to be useful. We're just going to skip this attack. I mean, we could take 2 cards now. But no. Actually, if we take 2 cards now, then we can both rest before going into the next room. So I think that's what we'll do. It's not the best, but I don't want a long rest here while he moves, and then him long rest, and then she moves here to get ready, because we're spending too much time in this room. So if we both move here this next turn, we can then both go into the next room together. I think it's fine. We want to bring a couple cards back. Let's bring something that... I mean, 1, 2, 3. We just need to move 3, so we'll bring that one, and... we could go in, actually, and just go invisible instead. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then shoot and go invisible. Because we're getting close to the end anyway. Alright, let's do that. I think that's a good idea. End her turn. So we'll go in with this, these, and if that's the case, then what we could do as well, if she's going invisible, let's go really late. Boots. Boots would be pretty nice on him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go in late. Maybe we'll use these, maybe not. Let's see how that works. Maybe, I mean, we could just like move here and summon the thing. You know, we'll see what happens. But we could be able to go into a position to use this wound, and that might help out as well. We'll see. Move to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's confirm that movement. The deeper part of this cave is certainly hotter than the others, with molten areas of the rock on the walls. Oh, I see. Here and here. Careful, it looks like some of the floor is superheated and dangerous. Avoid it yourself, but it can be used like traps to injure or kill any non-flying enemies. So it's going to take, I believe it's half of the damage of a trap rounded down. Or, yeah, well, it's damage 2, but I think traps are 5 for us. Let's see what they do. He's not going to do anything, and he's going to move 5 and oh yeah. So we're definitely going to go invisible here. Let's, oops, clear that target. Let's consume. I don't really need to do any of that. And confirm that target. Oh, there we go. That will be useful. And we're going to go invisible here. I don't want her to take that damage. So it wasn't so bad. There's the bear, just a snake in here. So this is where the fire demons are going to be. I kind of assume there's going to be no beasts in there. that this is just their lair basically, so not even going to move, just shielding up back there. One, two, three, four. I mean, we can't go in there, which is fine. I don't really think that it's necessary to go in there anyway, but let me get into a position for next round. But I think I will be taking a long rest for both of these. Which is too bad, I'd like to use that, but just barely out of reach. That's fine. We'll just skip this attack. Don't need to heal end your turn. Now, we could move way up into his face and punch him and then kind of take some damage next time. That's probably not a good idea, right? We could also just pull in our battle bot for the next time, and it could be helpful in clearing this room so that we can get to the last room. But we've made some good progress actually. We're taking our first rest and we're halfway through. Yeah, we're about halfway through the scenario already. We have another 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually this might give too much information. There were 2 enemies here, 2 enemies in the first room. Now there's 2 here, so there might just be 2 enemies in the back room there. So I don't really need to be moving too much. Let's do this. Let's use this. This is what I mean. Look at this guy. Look how he stands there. That guy's pretty awesome. I don't think I really need to move. Skip that action. And that's it. So let's certainly take a long rest. She can take a long rest. And he's just going to pick a couple cards. We want to be going as late as possible. And we'll see what they do. So they're going to go first, which is good. That one's going to move and jump. So because of the jump, it should actually move toward us. Because it can jump through obstacles. But it doesn't see her, so it can't attack her or target her. This one, on the other hand, not going to. All attacks targeting the giant viper this round gain disadvantage. Okay, that's good to know. And I think what I'm going to do here is we can go in and just stun them. I think that's a good idea. Let's kind of keep out of the way though. So for next round, they're both stunned. And we can kind of have our way with them. We don't need to use that yet, nope. Heal, we don't need to heal. I'm doing this mostly to get his equipment back. I'm thinking I don't really want to get rid of, I mean, technically I wouldn't. No, I think what I'm going to do is drop this one. It's not going to be useful because the fire demons are ranged attackers anyway, so let's drop that card. Yeah, come on up, buddy. We don't need to heal or anything, but that's fine. And we want to drop something. Oh man. We probably won't even need this card, honestly, but I don't think I want to drop it, just in case. We could drop this. I don't think I'll be needing this one, honestly. And I want to keep this just in case one of them is a normal. If one is a normal, then I'm going to make that happen. Let's burn frost armor. So she will, well, I keep saying she only because it's the Spellweaver's mystic ally, so it's just the mystic ally. This mystic ally is going to move here and perform an attack, finally. So let's make her go very early. Oh, but they're stunned anyway, so it doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move in with Fatal Advance and do the Unstoppable Charge to attack here. Yep. Then next turn we can do Disarm or something like that. And you, buddy, let's just take a long rest. You could heal, sure. But this is going to be doing your damage for you, so yeah, I don't see a problem with that at all. That means for you, we can go early to try and kill this off as quick as possible. And no, we don't really need to go that early. Let's use Flashing Burst to infuse some more light. And then we can use Fire Orbs. Yeah, let's use Fire Orbs just to get moving. I think we might not use this in that last room. It might not be all that necessary, so. Okay, so attack 4, move 2, attack 4, wound. This is when the bears can be pretty brutal, but if we can control them, then they're just kind of a very a pillow with a lot of hit points. There, so that's dead. We don't even have to worry about that. Let's move and pick up this money. Or the loot, and then we'll attack here. Sure, you know what, let's use this, let's just go all out on this. I don't think I'm going to really be needing it back here. I have the piercing bow. That's going to help out. Yeah, so it didn't really help too much. But we are slowly going to peck away at that. 4. Could do this. We can try and push them into that next round, maybe. We'll see. Let's see what this... We could use the poison dagger. That might be a good idea, too. Oh, times 2. Almost dead. Wow. Nicely done. Don't worry about healing. Cave bears stunned, and our little guy beat up the bear. That's funny. Alright, perform that long rest. We want to keep this one so that we can kill with the Spellweaver's card. Let's get rid of this. I think the demons are fly anyway, so So this one, even on difficult, pretty easy, right? We want to go in. Oops. We want to go in early with this. We could use skewer to move in pretty far, but I think he has his boots. Yeah. So let's use disarm. And then, ooh, I used fatal advance to move. Use disarm and leaping cleave. Leaping cleave will put me in the better position than disarm one of them. They do have retaliate too. These fire demons are pretty strong. Say we want to use that. Let's use reviving ether to get me in there. And then toxic bolt. We want to move for. I don't really want to use. Yeah, I don't really want to use ink bomb because I'd like to use that. I guess we'll use stun shot. Excuse me. I want to get in there to a good position so that I can use toxic bolt. Stun shot would be nice to keep, but I don't think there's many. There might be a third. We'll see, but I'm not too worried actually. I should have used her last. Well, let's at least see what's behind the door. I can't wait anymore. There's 4 of them back there. Only one of them is elite, so we'll be able to kill one of them, at least one of them, pretty easily. Oh, we should be able to kill 2 of them, actually. Demons. What are these? What are these ones, though? They seem entirely created from fire. I have read of these flame demons. They have not been seen in these parts before. What has brought them here? Let's see what they're doing. Attack 3. That's pretty disgusting. I mean, they're not even going to move, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't even get in there. And then that's a lot of incoming damage. Man. One, two, three. So we can't even hit any of them anyway. Ugh. What's her next cards here? I mean, now I'm seeing that this one's needed, right? With that. And even frost armor would have been nice. I wasn't expecting 4, I was kind of expecting 2 or 3. So maybe this isn't so weird or too useful. Oh man. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna have to do. This kind of sucks, but skip the attack. So this one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it can make this attack. But that's the only one that can do it. And if I go in, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to make this attack. So I'd be getting hit by all of them if I actually go in there. If I just stand right there, that is. So yeah, just move right here. skip, and skip. And he's just going right in there. Uh-oh. You know what? I don't even care. We really need to, yeah, take the 2 damage, it's fine. Good. I need them to move. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why didn't this one attack? Only that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that missed its opportunity there. Oh man, I really need fail advance. I could use hook and chain and skewer to get through. Hook and chain would get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could hit here. And then skewer, unfortunately, wouldn't get me anything. But we're gonna go for it. I could go for that one instead. Let's go for these, and then I'll wait to use that. Let's see what they do. I'm thinking I want to use that, but I need another move 4. I don't have it. 1, 2, 3. How far does that go? 3. 1, 2. I don't have any other movements, no. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. But if I go really late, maybe that'll help. Let's go and try and heal up my dude. It's probably going to be dying right now, but that's what you're there for. You killed the bear. You did your job. You did your job. Let's see about them moving. Okay, perfect. They're just moving up. They're going to consume that. That's too bad, but they are going to produce some fire. Let's see how that's going to be impacting them, though. The problem is that me moving in now is going to be less damage. Oh, they can't create it there. That's nice. It is kind of clumping them together a little bit, not really. Okay. This is going to do 4 damage. Oh, I can't even go in that direction. Ugh. They're going to be doing an retaliate 2 at range 2, so even some ranged attacks will be retaliated again. If I go in, that's going to be an attack of 3. There's 1, 2, 3, and this has 3 armor. Okay. Well, let's do it. I mean, I need to be, yeah, I need to be a bit more, aggressive now, so let's see if I can do nothing, and then I take 2 damage. What about that? Okay, 2 damage. Do more. Let's heal. At his turn. 1, 2. Okay, so he's still alive. They did move closer, so that's good. That is good. We'll be able to kill one of them. Confirm action. Moved too far away from me. We are certainly going to use this. Let's use it right here. Let's rotate it. We're going to have to target this one. That's too bad. Oh, because he's retaliate 3 at range 3. I see. I saw the retaliate here on his health bar. And that's because of that. Well, I mean, I have to go for it. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. That should help out a little bit. And we might as well use this on that guy so that he doesn't move away next round. Let's see. I don't know what to say about that. Nice. So a little bit more damage there. That one did die. Take the 3 damage. Yeah, as soon as you attack one of them, you're gonna die. And let's move in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can kill that one, and I think that's what I'm going to go for. Use this. Confirm the target. That's not too bad. With all that shield, it's pretty daunting, pretty overwhelming. But we've killed 2. So it'll be worse. We want to be attacking with that, and I guess we'll take this just in case. Let's do this, and then the top action of that and stun this guy, so we don't have to worry about. I mean, he is kind of immobilized, but maybe we can do it the other way. We'll see. For you, I don't know what to do with you. Where are you? You're back there. You're dying too. You guys just aren't meant for this world against these kind of enemies. I don't really know what to do, actually. Because none of these really, I mean, flamethrower would be nice, but I'd have to be taking quite a bit of damage, and that might just be I might just have to do it that way. Because wounds are going to be necessary for this. And let's just go late. Yeah. And then next time we can use something like Reviving Shock. Go early to kind of move away, and then, well, I'd have to do that, I guess, to heal myself. Let's go late. And for you, I don't really think I kind of want to take a long rest to get the eagle eye goggles back. But I also don't think that it's necessary. What I need to do is... No, let's short rest. That's what I need. And I want to see what other cards I have in my discard. I don't need it because I have cold fire. I can still have attack 3. Yep. We're going as early as possible with cold fire, and she can use this to get rid of the shields. And that to make it more stronger. And you'll be kind of the going in and maybe hurting them a little bit more. We'll see. They're going with 30. Okay. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that. So this is an extremely situational item, but as you can see, when you can use it, it is amazing. Yeah, let's see it happen. Good, they're both dead. Oops. Oops. I just wanted to see what cards they're playing. We have 3, 3, 3, and then there's 6 way back there. Well, I don't need to heal anybody, it's kind of pointless. We do have the boots, so let's use that. With the boots, let's pick up this money back here instead. Careful. I mean, there isn't another door. Okay, I was gonna say this one was quite easy. Just 2 here, 2, 2, and then I mean there were 4 of them back there, so it was. This doesn't reach anything, does it? No, it does not. That is unfortunate, because I can't reach anything. Move 2, yeah. Alright, well, we'll just skip it. And we'll just skip that attack. And end the turn. End the round, end the scenario. With the demons dead, the lava begins to cool. You also find some of those mysterious crystals scattered around the cavern. What's that? Someone or something is using these crystals to sow chaos across the land, but why? Okay. Alright. A bridge over troubled waters. Unlocked. I think this is just a chapter kind of a thing. The Spellweaver killed the most enemies, did the most damage. That's pretty typical. The Brute and Tinkerer were kind of close behind. Actually, it's not a wide spread of damage between them. Tinkerer actually took the most damage this turn. That poor little guy. And yeah, we did get some a good amount of money. I didn't see, forgot to check, but 11, so 33 bucks. That's pretty good. There were no chests, and XP is, you know, pretty average there. But all right. Quest complete. Comfortable shoes design. I think that is going to be what I give the Tinkerer. I think that's what I had said. Was possible a good idea. Bone Shatter Pass to the southeast used to be a home to the greatest shoemakers in the area, but it seems Fording Bridge learned some of their craft as a stopping point on the way. I've got an interesting pair of shoes in stock now. That's good to know. Prison Break is the new location down here. Black Rock Asylum. It's just a bunch of brigands. This one is now unlocked. Oh no, that one was this one. This one? Where did we go? I thought we went somewhere over here. Oh no, we went there. There it is. So we didn't get anything unlocked because of that. I guess we got this one unlocked, Prison Break. That will bring us further into the perhaps mountains in this region. This kind of looks like the plains out there. Forest. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't want to say that that's swampy, but anyway, we have some. A couple unlocks for the next time. The Enchantress, we have some more options and some money. So we could look at enhancing a card next round or next scenario. I'll take a look at some of the options and maybe we'll go in that direction. As for next time, we have Vermling Village. An imbalance in the elements. For story quests, these would be perk points for the Brute and Spellweaver, respectively. Traveling missions would be Prison Break is the new one. You Shall Not Pass. Weird Science. And the Lesser of Two Evils. Don't let that name fool you. This is a very difficult scenario. For Relic, we could go down to Drill Power. And then for some jobs, we have Bandits on the Prowl, Pit of Vipers, and the Maze of Mystery, which looks pretty intense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different enemies. And of course, they have to throw those jerks in there, the Bone Rangers. Alright, well, that's all for this scenario. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.